Dustin Rhodes. Dustin, his contract expired with the WWE. Um, he, um, they were doing negotiations, but it is confirmed that it will be brother against brother, Cody versus Dustin Rhodes at Double or Nothing Memorial Day weekend at the MGM Grand Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. The event sold out in 4 minutes, um, which is unheard of. But they've got the backing of the Jacksonville Jaguars owners, and so it is. Let's see, Wrestling Dontaku, the road to Dontaku. Yeah, nothing good there. Um, you know, Dustin has never faced his brother in a one-on-one match. They faced each other in the Royal Rumble match when they were both in the WWE. They had a few matches in the Royal Rumble, but never a one-on-one match. So it'll be interesting to see who is the better brother. Even though Cody was the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. It was the first time that a father-son had won the title in history. Dustin, has been a tag team champion with his brother, of course. And he's been an Intercontinental champion, but that was back in the mid-90s when he first came on with the WWF, as it was called then. And of course, last night was the Shield's final chapter. There were some dark matches that weren't added, weren't shown on the broadcast. So I'll give you the results of those. The Raw Tag Team titles were defended as Hawkins and Ryder defeated the Revival and Aleister Black and Ricochet. In a Cruiserweight title match, Tony Nese defeated Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy is now a part of SmackDown Live, so we'll see how well he does there. In a six-man tag team match, the Lucha House Party went to a no contest with the Singh brothers and Jinder Mahal when Lashley, Corbin, and McIntyre interrupted the match and destroyed everyone. And in another dark tag team match, Alexa Bliss and Lacey Evans defeated Dana Brooke and Nikki Cross. So is Cross on Raw or SmackDown? I thought they weren't trying to break up husbands and wives because Nikki Cross is married to Killian Dane. And then, of course, you had Bayley and Ember Moon defeat the Riot Squad. Finn Balor defeated Elias, retained the Intercontinental Champion, and of course the Shield walked out on top. So, Malibu is just giving me a bunch of crap right now. As we speak. Okay, so I answered that email. Going back into some other results here. And I really haven't watched much, if anything, really. I mean, I used to watch AAA a lot. They're down in Mexico. And it's kind of bad when their heavyweight champion isn't even on the card. So it's just kind of ICW Up in Smoke. Is that my ICW? No, that's Immortal Championship Wrestling. Nah, didn't want that. That's because Phoenix was in Michinoku Pro. Or FCP? Fight Club Pro. And that's where the Lucha Brothers were, and the Latin America Exchange, and OVE, and some of, wow. Dan Maloney, wasn't he with, he was in the UK Championship tournament. Maybe he is in NXT UK. Nope. No, I'm just double checking here. Yep. I don't think he is. Nope, but Jack Jester is still with ICW, and if you're not familiar with Jack Jester, that is, believe it or not, Drew McIntyre's best friend. Yeah, Dan Maloney was in the UK tournament title back in 2017, and he lost to Mark Andrews. Okay, so that explains a lot. Ow. Okay, so if there is anything you want to ask the special guest this evening, go ahead and email me at Washington Wrestle Talk at washingtonwrestletalk@gmail.com. Oh, okay. So there was something that was happened this weekend. On the independent scene, there's a tournament that is highly regarded as some of the best in-ring action. You know, some of the biggest names have been there, and it looks like this year they were doing second generation wrestlers because we'll get back to that in a second, because hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah, I can hear you just fine. Welcome.
All right, cool.
Welcome to the Washington Wrestle podcast, Wrestle Talk podcast. Right. I'm a bit tongue tied here.
No.
That's what happens when you've been talking for the past 23 minutes about things that are going on. So welcome to the show. I am super, super stoked, super excited to have you here.
Well, I'm super excited to be here.
Well, thank you very much. I guess first things first, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Just about how I got into wrestling, or just in general?
A little of everything, I guess, would be a good place to start.
Okay, well, I started out going to school and became a teacher, and sort of fell into the whole acting career right when I was turning about 30, and then that kind of snowballed into all the other things that I do now, as far as wrestling, the modeling, the acting work. That led into video production, and then just the recent thing that just happened where I got on the LFC. So, I mean, I don't know, in a nutshell, I've just kind of been always in the right place at the right time and put in a lot of hard work, and I don't know, I kind of like a jack of all trades.
Yeah,
and I'm into fitness, on top of it, so...
Yeah, that's kind of like me, being a pharmacy technician, by regular trade. Also, I'm a caregiver of 3 60-plus-year-old adults here. But,
wow, that's great.
Yeah, and not to mention director of programming at a bar, producer of my own company, talent. I'm just all over the place.
Yeah, so you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, kind of like I have a lot of eggs in a lot of baskets.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with the LFC?
Well, as a matter of fact, it's funny because I actually knew of them maybe a couple of years ago. I'd seen something on YouTube, and I'm thinking, wow, that is the coolest thing ever. Man, I wish I could be on something like that. And then about a week before their April 4th fight, I get contacted by Allie Parker about them looking for a wrestler to replace somebody that couldn't all of a sudden make it.
Ooh.
So I had like a 1 week notice, and I thought, well, yeah, I can do that. She knew I would be able to handle it because we worked together before. So, and they had asked, do you know of anybody that can do, pro wrestling and this and that? So that's kind of how I fell into it. I contacted them and sent some pictures over, and before I knew it, I was signing on a contract to be on the fight.
Yeah, and you did fairly well.
Right
you did fairly well for your first fight too. I will say that.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I was very nervous, I'll be honest with you, back there, because I really didn't know what to expect, and I actually did some homework and watched my opponent there to see what her tactics were, and looked up a whole bunch of things because I like to do research on who I'm going to be fighting.
Exactly.
So I kind of know what I'm getting into, and it was pretty exciting. But once I got in the cage, I felt like I got right in. All the nerves went away, and I just enjoyed it and got into the fight.
Yeah, just jump it. It's kind of like jumping in the deep end of a swimming pool. Just jump right in.
And how to swim, right?
Yep, you got to learn sometime, right?
Well, yeah, you either sink and drown, and, or you got to survive. So that's basically how I looked at it. I go, well, I'm going to jump in with both feet, and I'm going to do my best and see how I do. Yeah,
and like I said, you did absolutely fantastic for your first fight. I was really, really surprised at how well you handled yourself.
Well, thank you.
And I've been gushing about you to everyone that I can tell about this. I've been showing people, I was telling people about the LFC event that was streamed on YouTube, of course. And, and of course, when I did my nearly hour-long podcast about LFC, I made sure, they understood that I considered you to be the fastest rising star, which I do. Of course, Bella is another one of my friends that I talk to a lot. Was just sorry that I didn't get to see her when I was in Vegas a little over a month ago. But you guys did a hell of a job, and you should be commended for that.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the fight, because I guess once they have a chance, they'll actually send it to me so I can watch it, which is always good for me. I like to watch my fights so I can see, how I can improve and grow, and I like to get better and better and better, and just try to